recently, again, one more time, I'm glad that God allowed Infinite here. 3 months ago, right? Person, I was at the teachable moment. Sound, God, how fast the sound travel?
1,120 feet per second.
Right. And this sound that we've been making has been traveling for many years, God.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So much so that I'm in the store 3 months ago. I'm in with a bunch of Koreans. He sees the flag. He says, "Excuse me." Now listen to the question. How are you Asiatic? Right? Because he's from Asia. Right. He's from Asia. He asked me. I said, oh. He did it real nice, like he put stuff away with the milk and this and that. Excuse me, so I don't know. So I recognize the flag, and I recognize this nation is saying they're Asiatic. How are you Asiatic?
And that's the man here, God.
Huh?
That's the man.
Korean.
In the store. I travel because of my job. So when I was in Okinawa.
Okay, beautiful.
And one of my coworkers, that's an island. One of the islands in Japan.
Japan, yes, God.
So one of my coworkers called him Asian, and on the island of Okinawa is a tropical island, so most of them are same hue as us.
Okay.
My coworker called him Asian. He was like, "I'm Oriental."
Right.
And that's when I started reading that Runoko Rashidi book. And you get to like the
okay, right. You good.
They weren't going by Asian. They were going Oriental. That's what they were calling. That's what they were.
Certain sections.
Certain sections was Oriental. And
other parts of the court, they said that Oriental was offensive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like calling someone a nigger. You know, it's like some called Oriental. They offended.
Okay.
So when I asked him why. The answer that I got from the man at the store, because we was at this ramen store, he was like that it was a misinformation and miseducation, and he was like, it's actually not offensive. That was to that specific part, you know.
Okay, so peace, God. That comes from traveling, speaking to people, irrespective to where we may come from. I'm gonna answer this question in a minute. Where we may come from, and now we're talking. See that area. It encompasses. We're talking about it from as far as Japan to Indonesia. You know, all that's encompassing that, right? So I said, can you bear with me for a minute? You know, because this is not going to be a 1, 2, 3 answer. First, I'm not even going to hit you with the acronym because this will be above your head. I'll get to that in a minute. I had to first go with how the knowledge was given to us, going back to that earlier bill, right? Because when the first person that actually called you that was Noble Jew Ali. Yeah, before Farr and them came. He was calling you, again, he came with the Circle 7, he came with Asiatic, came with this other version of a Quran, came with this version of Islam, right? But means on the contrary, right? They were sciences that were fashioned to help black people hear. Just right, absolutely. Some people hear this right on here or abroad, and they'll say, you're absolutely correct. And they're gonna tell me I'm not right. Well, according to your book, I'm not. But we're looking at the plight of black people, right? And what was given to them. First of all, the 7 represent black people ascending and growing and elevating. You know, and then Asiatic implied how you the natural landlord. Okay, so to come back to the point, we get back to the gist of my pill. So, I had to show, how the knowledge came, right? Right. Then I went through the build. You showed them some books, because again you have to prove your research to the people. I just can't. Yeah, right. You can hear me because again learning later about the question. But what do you mean? Where, how, why, you know what I mean? Then because he came from the traditional land of the rising sun. So that's what Asia meant there. I should apply, and I got no problem with that. That's what it means when it applies to your people, right? But when we say, that we're Asiatic, we're applying, we're the natural landlords first. Right? Then, like the book to God was the I would get that author's name.
Just hit
Winooski. Also, definitely books by Ivan Van Sertima. Blacks in Europe, Blacks in China.
Blacks all over Asia.
Yeah. Ivan Van Sertima?
That's the one that he was
Black
in
Women in
conjunction
Antiquity.
with Ivy Van
Okay,
Sertima.
sorry, he did with Winooski. Yeah, he did. They collaborated. Yes, God, peace. That's God, well read. The peace, God, that's right. Reading is fundamental. So I'm showing them these books, right? I forgot the first black dynasty in China was black. Your first one was black. Right. You see, the God just, not reading, I went to Okinawa. I was there, and then you got people looking as dark as you, eyes chinky, how you doing? Yeah, and they're, and the God like, okay, oh, you Oriental, you Asiatic, and so, and then their position with that, but now, when you, but then now you have to prove. So, okay, well, read this author, or read that, and then unfortunately, the colored man has done his job on black, brown, and yellow people. Light, dark, and lighter. Meaning this, that we're not the only one saying, is this author white? Yeah. Okay, I'll read him. Yeah, because, again, that born degree, I listen to the 10%, I'm not listening to 5%, or, I'm trying to teach them, I'm listening to 10% on face value. Split and Gates wrote that book? Absolutely, I'm reading that. And I'll give it to you because they told the truth too. Yeah, they told the truth. So there was a series of books I read, but then more importantly, the connection I'm making with him, because you're in the hood. I said, where are you? I said, these books we're talking about historically how we traveled and traversed the world, right? And how we squared off land for you. What you hear, say in Medina, Pilon in the desert, right? And you're asking me that. So I'm telling you how knowledge came from there here, and how that was fashioned and given to us, right? And for like over 70 or 80 years, because you're talking about from the time of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Master Fard, to the time of our to now, right? We've been talking about we're Asiatic, right? So he got it. He's okay, and the uniting. I give him the Shamgar bill, the uniting of the seas. See, because our degree teaches how we're separate. Now listen, I told him this here. I'm gonna tell the guards this in this classroom. There's difference in this room. Difference, yeah, absolutely. All my family's from St. Thomas and St. Lucia. Some people are Haitian. Some people Puerto Rican, Dominican. I'm not telling you to disregard your ethnicity. Come on now, we're not teaching that, but understand your connection to everything around you and everyone. See, that's the difference. When I don't, then I'm just narrow-minded. Then I'm boxed in. But why does the devil call our people, go back to that, why the devil call our people African? Simply because I want separation. I want you to think that you're a savage. That the only people are the people on this continent, on this continent, right? Right, and they're not civilized. We had to civilize you. The Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Ecuadorian, whoever, wherever you're from, all the original people, all the 4,400,000,000 coming out of that almanac, right? You're savages. You wasn't about Franks until we got here. But actually, it was the opposite. You know what I mean? But when you understand your connection, right? Then you understand. Because everybody was, when the truth was crushed to this earth. America wasn't the only spot where people were making this knowledge known at. In fact, I didn't know, I actually thought that Arthur Schomburg was a white man whom they named this library, when actually Arturo Schomburg was a black Puerto Rican. Taino was born equal. Right. And he wanted to know, it was about a library for him. And the connection of information and books and how we were all tied. And he did an excellent job, so much so you see, Schomburg Library. But his information, Don Pedro Abizo Campos, This was the Puerto Rican Malcolm X over there. You know, your people over here, there was a whole lot of, histories, Two Something the Overture, and all these other, histories that are important to all of us, actually. Haiti going through what they're going through now, and its root is because they in their freedom's way, Toussaint took that from them. To this day, there's a whole lot of strife and this. What we look at is, when you look at TV, you look at the effect. Yeah, that's horrible. What was the cause? Right. The effect is bad, but in order for you to address that, you gotta know what's causing that to happen, or what caused it, and then you're gonna find out again, universally, a lot of our people. In fact, when I went to Ghana, we had to re-educate them. Yeah. The color man wasn't playing. I wasn't trying to do you filthy here. I'm doing you filthy all over this world. Yeah, what? Yeah, you coming in. In fact, again, love them babies.
If Mecca did this.